Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today we have something a little different. A look at eBay New York City. We're going to be going upstairs to eBay's New York City location for a behind the scenes tour. So please come with me and let's have some fun. Okay guys, let's get started with our tour of eBay New York City. Here is the reception desk, and we arrived right around lunch hour, I guess around 12:30, 12:40 p.m. Here we are assembling, and everyone in our group had to sign in for security purposes. There I am, as you can probably see, and we're about to get started. We were addressed by Annie, and I'll show you her later in one of the next screenshots. And she took us around the offices and explained basically what's going on here in New York City. As you will see, not every desk was occupied, not just because it was lunch hour, but because depending on what day of the week it is, different teams utilize these offices. Here's a gentleman working hard and eating lunch at the same time, something we all probably do. That is Annie, dead center of the screen in the red. This is a snack room where the eBay employees eat their lunch, and we were able to avail ourselves of some snacks and some coffee. It's a very nice office. Here we are walking through, and the man on the left looking at me is Perrin. He's an eBay employee, and he gave us a talk on some new seller features that are coming out. Again, it's not exactly bustling because it was lunch hour. Some people were out to lunch, and some teams weren't working on this particular weekday. This is a corner office where people sit back and have a coffee and do a little work on their laptops. I think it looks really cool. That's Annie talking to the group. She works for eBay. This is a look outside onto 6th Avenue down below. Their offices are located right on 6th Avenue in the section of Manhattan called Chelsea, which borders on the Garment District, which I'm sure many of you guys are familiar with. And of course, you know who that guy is. That's me. Let's get back to the video right now. Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, November the 10th, 2023, and welcome to another eBay video. I hope you just enjoyed the tour of eBay's headquarters in New York City. I filmed that section of the video earlier this week, so I hope you enjoyed it and got some interesting tidbits out of it. Let's get started with today's video. Some of the subjects I want to talk about are return percentages, chargebacks, partial refunds, and a possible backpedaling with immediate payment. Something I'm a little concerned about, and I brought this up this morning in some of the Facebook groups, and I'm going to actually start off with that right now, if I may. So, first of all, I got to show you a screenshot here, and I want to get your opinion on this, okay? I woke up this morning, Friday morning, and I had 3 best offers. 2 were reasonable, 1 wasn't. Naturally, I declined the one that wasn't, and I accepted the other 2. But I want to show you, it just so happens this is the one that was not reasonable, but I want to show you something. Can you please tell me why a person who's in Tennessee, USA, is not required to pay immediately if I accept the best offer? I was led to believe that all best offers from U.S. accounts now required immediate payment. As I said, 2 of the 3 of them did not require immediate payment today, and only 1 did. So I'm a little concerned. I brought it up in the Facebook groups, And some of the people there seem to say that immediate payment is not yet rolled out on best offers, but I was told at eBay Open it was. So I want your experiences and your comments. I'm drinking coffee, by the way. No eggnog today. So that's the first thing I would like to discuss. Second thing I think I'll discuss is chargebacks. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been telling you a story about a geriatric eBay buyer who refused to send an item back through the eBay return system. He circumvented it. Then he filed a false item not as described claim saying the item is defective and it doesn't work. But the reason it doesn't work is because he doesn't have the right car. He made a mistake and purchased the wrong item, and we discussed this for the last few weeks. I even said to you guys, there's no way he can complete the return because he doesn't have a tracking number. He violated eBay policy. So what do you think happened? I get a notice from eBay saying the return is closed because this buyer has now filed a chargeback, and his reason for the chargeback is something is wrong with the transaction, which is the most generic and vanilla term I've ever heard of. I think they should require something a lot more specific. This is not an eBay problem. This is with his credit card company. eBay said I am protected against this chargeback because I have seller protection, which is great. 2 thumbs up for eBay. I feel that when buyers do chargebacks like this that are unwarranted and false, that eBay should kick them off the platform. For the record, this buyer has 0 feedback and joined just to buy my item. But there's one thing that really mystifies me. As I told you, he's a geriatric eBay buyer who is not in step with society. The eBay returns flow is so freaking easy. You know it. Everybody knows it. But it seems every time I encounter one of these people, they're out of step and they just don't want to conform to the proper procedure. But my complaint is, how is it he was so able to navigate the process to do a chargeback with his credit card company, yet not send a simple eBay return through eBay? This is not the first time it's happened to me, and it's not the last. Comments on that if you'd like. Next topic, partial refunds, which is a sore topic for everybody. I accept returns for 30 days, no questions asked. So if a person receives an item that's damaged, obviously they're going to file a return. Every now and then, I will get somebody that's fishing for a partial refund, and you can tell. If you're an eBay seller, you have a sixth sense and you can tell when they're trying to do something like this. So I sold an item recently for $40. It's a very rare classic item. Okay? So I sold it, the buyer gets it, and immediately contacts me and says, I just opened the box and there's a part that's damaged. Now, I know for a fact nothing was damaged, and I shipped it with bubble wrap with UPS, and the buyer never said that the box was damaged. He said the item was damaged, so I was highly suspect of him. Okay? And I'm wondering why he didn't just return it. I'll accept the return, no problem. Because even if he's telling the truth and it is damaged, I can sell the other components with no problem. So I'm on high alert. And I wrote back, And I will say I started out maybe a little bit on the snarky side. I said, "Oh man, don't you hate when that happens?" I went on to say, "But don't you worry. I accept returns for 30 days for any reason. So just return the item to me if it's broken and I'll give you a full refund." He then wrote back to me and said, "Thank you, but I'm not sure I know how to return something on eBay." I then wrote back and said, "No problem. If you can't figure it out yourself, just let me know and I'll be happy to send you screenshots how to do it." That was 3 days ago and I've heard nothing. Now it's possible he's a slow mover and he will return the item to me. But my gut feeling says he was fishing for a partial refund. Cute Joey does not do partial refunds. Total refunds? Yes. Send it back, I'll give you a full refund. All right, but I don't think he's going to send it back because it's really something rare. And I know I can move the components of it, even if it is broken. I don't think it's broken. I think that's just hogwash. So yeah. Now I want to move on to returns and return percentages. For the first time in my 24-year eBay career, I have reached a new record high of returns. I have never had so many returns in my life. It's just an epidemic. It's an epidemic. That's all I can say. So I was talking about this in one of the Facebook groups a few days ago. And another person mentioned, and they said something like this. They said they sell on several different platforms, eBay, Mercari, Poshmark. They said, and the only platform they have returns on is eBay. I don't know what's going on. But what I'm going to ask you to do after you watch the next cutaway is I'm going to ask you to, number one, follow my instructions and determine your return percentage. Number two, type in your return percentage below. Let me get to the cutaway. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm going to very quickly show you how to determine your return rate on eBay. First, you start out in your seller hub and you scroll down to here where it says seller level. On the right hand side of that, you're going to see a right hand arrow, and I want you to click on that, and that's going to bring up your return rate. Here you can see my return rate is 4.08%, which is an all-time high for, I believe, the last 24 years. The returns are just coming in like crazy. Let's get back to the video now. Okay guys, you saw that my current return percent is 4.08%. And I don't think anybody watching this video can beat that. Or can you? The only way any of you could possibly beat that is if you sell on eBay Motors. And as I said earlier, I would like you to enter your return percentage in the comment section, if you would please. Please only type an accurate percentage, because I might ask you to verify it, but I wouldn't ask you for free. It's contest time! Yes, it is, my friends. How would you like to win an eBay gift card from Cute Joey? You can win right now. Here's all you have to do. Like I said, hey, something just sold. Da, 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 da. And defrost. As I said, type in your return percentage first. I'm only going to consider those people who have a return percentage higher than mine. Guys, please, The rest of you will be entered in another contest very shortly in the near future. I have more cards, don't worry. But for right now, I'm looking for the big fish who get more returns than me. Now, if you happen to be one of these lucky people, don't think by typing a higher percentage you're going to win. That's not going to happen. No. I'm going to leave this contest run till Wednesday. Okay? Wednesday night at midnight, the contest is over. I will then evaluate the high numbers. And whoever has the highest number, let's say someone has a 4.9 or someone has a 5.2, I will respond to that comment and I will say to them, email me at my email, which is crazynydriver@aol.com. Okay, I'm going to ask you to email me a screenshot of your return percentage, exactly like what I just showed you on mine, all right? Don't try and Photoshop anything. I know none of you would do that, but I have to put the disclaimer out there, all right? Because I'll be able to verify it. Anyway, one of you guys, hopefully, or maybe not hopefully, will be the winner of an eBay gift card. Right? You don't have to enter the contest if you don't want. But if any of you have a high percentage, I'd like to know about it. And even if you have a low percentage, even if your return rate is only 1% or 2%, God bless you, man. But I know you don't sell on eBay Motors. So yeah, I thought that would be a fun little contest for you. So yeah, when we went to eBay's headquarters in New York City the other day, there was approximately 13 of us, 13 top-rated sellers, and we were each given time to speak regarding eBay and some of the stories we wanted to tell or some suggestions we had, things to change. And I told a story that everybody really liked. And I think I told the story here once before, but in case I didn't, I'll tell it again right now because I think you'll like it. I guess it was last year. I was a little upset because I got a return that was wrong. A person falsely claimed item not as described, when of course I know it was described right, and they made a mistake with the size. So eBay sent me a survey. I'm sure you guys get them all the time. They sent me a survey saying, how satisfied are you with our returns process? 1 star, 2 star, 3 stars, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a field to type in comments. And boy, did I type in a comment. I said, I don't know why I'm wasting my time doing this. Nobody reads these things anyway. You guys don't listen when a buyer fraudulently claims item not as described when it's not the case. I said, I'm so sure that nobody is reading this that I am going to go out and buy an eBay gift card in the amount of $20 if anybody from eBay calls me back today responding to this. I give you my word. Okay? Do you know 2 hours later my phone was ringing? I'm not kidding. And it was an eBay executive. You know, somebody high on the food chain who was reading these things. And he assured me that they read every one of them. He did not take me up on my offer for the gift card. He let me slide on that, so I saved a little money. But I was very happy to see that somebody from eBay is reading those things. So my point here, and the point that I made at the meeting, was I said, always click report a buyer if somebody dicks you over and explain in detail what's going on. It is the general consensus of the eBay sellers at the meeting and even the eBay employees that eBay is still courting sellers. Courting them meaning welcoming them, enticing them, to come to the platform, and that's fine. But there are going to be times when people violate policy and they need to be shunned. They need to be shunned from the site because you cannot allow flagrant abuse. So that's all I'm going to talk about tonight. By the way, I'm not outside now because it is nasty out. It's cloudy, it's damp, it's not raining, but it's been another cloudy week with the exception of Tuesday, which you saw earlier in the video when I was in the city. I'm Crazy New York Driver, you're not. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you make a ton of eBay sales this week. Rock on and peace.